Salutations to all. Welcome to the Giveffect System webinar. I'm Alex with Giveffect's Client Success Team, and today we're going to explore the Contact and Relationship Management System. Now, every function and process that happens throughout the Giveffect system will automatically be entered into this portion of the database. You'll be able to see individual and organization's entire activity summary so it can provide you with a, let's say, more of a measured approach for engagement. So with the CRM system, you will have 100% reliability with our trusted smart automation. Now, as a gentle reminder, this is a group webinar, so everyone will be muted. All additional feedback and suggestions from the webinar are welcomed via our email support@giveffect.com. Let's initiate a quick audio test. Okay, and for those that may be experiencing technical difficulties, please utilize the chat box so one of the CS team members can assist you. For those that are just joining us, welcome to the GE System webinar. Again, I am Alex with Giveffect's Atlanta, Georgia Client Success Team, and today's webinar focuses on the integrated smart automation of the contact and relationship management system. Now, within the database, you will have that one-stop shop view of the supporter's donation history, and this is inclusive of any volunteering activity, tickets purchased, event attendance, and much more. So what I'd like to do is go ahead and get started and discuss some of the items on our agenda. So we're going to go through the contact and relationship management and provide an overview. We're going to see how our smart automation is connected to all systems and activity. We're going to take a look at the subtabs within the system, individual and corporate contact profiles. We're going to go through relationship tracking, custom fields, how you can create those and utilize automated reconciliation. We're going to look at attributes, groups, assign tasks, and notes. We're going to look at the mail merge feature, duplicate checker, and lastly, advanced custom and specific reports. So what I'd like to do now is go ahead and log in. All right, and as you can see, I am at Mission Control. All right, and this is Mission Control with some of the quick widgets so you can see some of your metrics for the day, week, and month. And this is the main dashboard reflecting online and offline donations. So if at any point you'd like to project some of this information during the campaign, you can always go to the campaign and click on presentation mode, or you can click on the widgets and you'll see a projection as so that you can show on your screen so that if others are donating online or you want to increase your revenue, you can see it live time. It adds some excitement to the process. Okay. All right, so what I'd like to do now is go ahead and get started with going into the CRM database. All right, so let's look at CRM. We're going to go through tasks. Now, we are proud to be an all-in-one database, so we're going to explore the CRM and interact with the power of our smart automation technology and show you how this can be of ease and decrease some of your time and creation efficiency. Now, any action initiated from the back end or via your website will seamlessly integrate into the system. So for our task management database, you're going to be able to assign individual tasks to your staff members and receive alerts once they're completed. So let's do an example. So if I wanted to add a task here, I would just click this button as so, and I create a task description, say create roster for the upcoming gala, and I can assign a due date for this. Yeah, put it out, so do February 16th. And here you'll see a selection of your admin and staff members that you can assign it to. So let's say I need Anna to make sure she creates that roster. I can assign it, Click save. Okay. And so Anna will receive an email alert saying that the task has been assigned. It'll look like so. All right. And if Anna is logged in and she wants to see all tasks assigned to her, she can drop down and find her name and she'll see the task. And once she's done, she can just simply click it. And it will be able to mark the date, stamp, and time that she's done. Okay, and she'll receive, and you will receive an alert as an admin indicating that that individual followed up on that phone call and completed it. It'll show who it was created by, assigned to, and the due date. All right, so that is the task tab. Very simple. And again, if you want to drop down and see tasks for other users, you can do so. And of course, if you are the administrator, you can edit others' tasks as well. Okay, so now let's go into contacts. All right, and so I want to take a look at this brief overview and explore it. So you have a listing because we're on contacts and all. So this is a listing of all of our contacts, how many of them are donors, the donations made, your GL coding, it's not GL coding, but your amount, your ledger that was collected, the average, and then your total. Okay, so you have a leader here that has the 2 million there, all right? And so within this contact database, you can create what we consider custom fields. So if you'd like to add a few custom fields into the contact profile, you can just simply click on the gear here and edit custom fields. And so it'll take you to the custom fields that are a part of the contact profile or constituent fields or volunteer fields that you can include under your contacts. All right, that's where you'll go with that. So we'll go back here. Now, contacts are created via a variety of activities that happen on the website. So it could be a general donation via your donate button or a campaign page. Anytime someone provides any activity on the campaign page, they'll feed over into the contact. It could be a participation in a volunteer event. Once they fill out the application or the volunteer application or participate with hours, they will feed over into the contact field there. Maybe they may have purchased a ticket or registered for a workshop, RSVP. They will also feed over into your contact database. No manual entry is needed. Um, so we strongly recommend, and I'm going to go through this process with you, that as individuals are signing up, or if you have to sign someone up during the process, that you are not logged into your account. Okay, want to make sure that if you are signing up someone, that you are not logged into your account, because if you are logged into your account, then all of that activity will connect to your user profile and to your address. So let's do an example here. Okay, all right, let's do an example. So I'm signed in hypothetically, and someone said, hey, I'd like to volunteer, but I'm not near a computer, and you forget to log out as an admin. So I went to campaigns and I clicked on the campaign as if though I was in the back end editing it, and I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and fill out that process. So I'm going to hit refer. All right, and so I'm going to sign up um, Alex today. Okay, all right, and I'll just type in an address and my phone number. And as you can see, my email address is listed. Different person, but my email address is listed here. So I want to pause. So if this would be good if I was signing up my child, or we're using the same email address. Maybe my spouse and we have the same email address. Yes, this would be great. I could put my spouse information. All of my email address will connect to my volunteer profile. But you don't want to do this if it's one of your volunteers, because you'd have to go in and unlink it. And so I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, just go ahead and put a birth date here. All right, and of course, all of this information that I'm going through, this is the part of the volunteer application, but we're just not focusing on that right now. I just want to show you how any information that comes in will filter into the CRM database. Okay. All right. And okay, let's go ahead and finish up there. All right. And so the application is now completed. So that volunteer, let's go back here, has entered into the database. Okay. And so if I go here to sign up, I can see that a user profile was created for this individual, but it's under my email as the admin. And I know this has happened for some of you one point in time. All right. And so all you need to do is just unlink that user profile, and that user will be able to go back to the main page of your website. Let's go back here. They'll be able to go back to the main page of your website, and I'm logged in. I'm going to log myself out. Let's log out. Click login and forgot password. And so once they do that, they can enter in the appropriate email and password, because what connects the system to that particular user profile is the email. So not only would you have to unlink that individual, and that's how you delete, you'd also have to make sure that the email matches the one that is assigned to them. So whenever you're signing someone up or donating on their behalf, make sure you are not logged in. That will give them an opportunity, even if they donate and do not create a profile, even if they don't have a profile or they don't create one, they will still be able to come back to your website, use the forgot password feature, and create an account. Okay? And sometimes when they're registering as a volunteer, they will be what? Prompted to create an account. And all of those is dictated on your settings under the charity settings and volunteer application. That's a separate webinar. Okay, so now we've gone through the process of seeing how quickly that information can enter into our database. Along with it entering into with our database, you will, as the admin, receive an alert saying that someone has created an application or filled out this particular item. Okay, and so I've shown you how to fill it out, an application, and how it came into the database. I've also shown you how to unlink it. That goes for donations that may have been made when you were signing. You need to unlink it as well. And I've also expressed to you what is important is to make sure that that email address is the same for, and email address and name is the same for the person that would like to create an account using the forgot password feature. All right, so let's continue to explore the contacts. So we have the all tab here. If I wanted to do a mass action, I could come down here and select all. So I have all of the records that are on this page. If I'd like to mass update them, I can come down here to update the selected. And let's say maybe I want to place all of these individuals into a group. Okay, I could come here, assign the value of the group, my groups will populate, and then I can click update. Okay, then I'll be greeted with the I am sure prompt. And it's going to update all 29 records that I selected. They are part of that group. Another action that I'd like to show you while we're on the all contacts as well is that you can select all, and you can decide if you want to convert this person to a lead, convert them to an organization, they're already an individual, or you can merge the selected contacts. So in the event that you have a duplicate, let's say Anna and Sarah are truly duplicates, which they're not. Well, let's do this one. Anna here and Anna there. And you want to make sure that you merge the information. You can just select it here, merge selected, and you'll be greeted with the duplicate checker screen. So you want to decide which information you'd like to pull over to which profile. Of course, I'm probably going to stick on this profile because it indicates that Anna has a volunteer profile account. She created one, and I also have a phone number. So is there anything else? Yeah, well, the source. She came over. She was a board member recruiter, so I probably want to pull that over. I have address over here. Nothing else. So anything that you want to pull over to that record, and then you can decide that, hey, this is the record I want to keep. And so when you go back into the profile and click all, you'll see that the other Anna has been merged and the information that you decided to keep is there as well. Notice the little icons here, okay? The icons will also indicate and let you know whether this person is a constituent, okay, a contact, a lead, and I'm going to see if I can find an organization. Let's just go here. I need to find an organization icon. The organization icon will look like a briefcase. Let's see if we can find one. Okay, there we go. And this is the icon to let you know if it is an organization. Now we're still under the all tabs. I want to make sure that I explore everything under the all tabs. With the search feature, you can just type in the name of the individual you're looking for, the email or the ID number, or maybe you want to do an advanced search for all of your records and you want to create some customized filters here. So maybe I want all contacts that are have this email here. Maybe I want to create another filter where I want the contact with a birthday that is, let's say, for the 15th and so forth. So you kind of get the general idea that you can create, custom fields saying, hey, I want the work email that's present, and then you can search for the particular contact that you want. All right. And if this is a query that you're going to be doing often, you can save that query, okay, and name it, and it will show up in your drop down list here. So in the event that this is something that's happening weekly, maybe I want Patty's donor list. All right. And these are all the customized fields there that I like to search. I'll be able to search my database by that. And let's say maybe I want to assign it to start on a particular day. Every week, I want this to go to my staff member. I want Alan to receive this particular report, every week. Okay, you can begin to assign that and do that with that automatic emailing feature as well. Okay, so hope that makes sense for you. All right, and we're still under the All tab. We've used the basic search, the advanced search. In addition, you can also look at contacts who have donated during a particular period. You can use the date feature. You can drop down and say, hey, I want today, I want the first week of so and so. Okay, and you can pick that particular date there. All right. And you'll be able to filter some of the information. Now, of course, a lot of the information is not showing for this particular queries because we are in the test demo account. All right. So that's basically the all tabs contacts in a nutshell. One other feature that I'd like to go over, which will be present in most of all of our tabs, is our mail merge feature as well. So if you're under all individuals or organizations and you'd like to send a particular letter template, these letter templates are built through our mail templates, general correspondences, okay? If you'd like to send a particular group or selection a particular mailing document, you can just select the name, or of course you can select all, or you can query and get the search that you need. And once you're done, you can come right here, go to print selected, and of course all of the variables that you have within your template that you created through the mail merge feature will populate. Okay, so that makes things a lot easier where you can print it or download an email to the individual as well. Okay, now the mass update, if you're clicking on the mass update feature here, you're indicating that you want to do a mass update for all of your contacts. And it works the exact same way as we've done for the selected contacts. So be careful to pay attention to your mass update and how many you're updating, and know the difference between selecting the mass update for everyone versus selecting individuals and coming here and doing the update feature. In addition, if you would like to send a email campaign to a select group, you can just email this list, or you can download some of the results via Excel or PDF, and all of this information will be available to you. So if you go to email this list, and because they have an email that is present, they will come into the what email campaign, and you can create a launch editor for a newsletter. And so you have all of the emails present there for you as well. Okay, so there's a lot of different options that are available just via the CRM contacts tab that you can get to that are associated with other tabs there. All right, so now let's go into the individual tabs. All right. So now I'm looking at all of my individual tabs. So you see the number change. So these are all of the folks that are just individuals and not businesses, organizations, and so forth. All right. And so I have my donor history. I have my little widgets showing my information there. I can also come right here to customize, and everything that I just went through in the all tabs will be available for you in the individual tabs. Okay, and so you can also add an individual, fill out the pre-fill fields there. Okay, have the home address, work address. You can fill out their volunteer information and maybe add some sweat equity target hours as well. But again, this is the manual way. I want to reinforce the point that as they go throughout their system and interact with your organization, this information will auto-populate. But if you ever need to do one manually, that's how you'll do it. If you ever need to edit someone, just click on the little edit pencil. And you can also edit the fields from there as well. Maybe you're in the back office and you just want to get a little quick preview of the contact profile. Just hit the 3 bars there and you can get a quick preview of the information and see that when this profile was created and when they submitted their volunteer application. So this is the bird's eye view that I was speaking of earlier, that's located in the contacts individual. All right. And also here is our button if you want to delete all your contacts, which I'm sure you don't want to do that. And if you need to import contacts, import data, please click the question mark with the circle, get the import instructions, download the template, which is specific to the information in the fields, plug it in, and then you can import your data. All right. While we're also on the individual tab, I'd like to direct your attention to the mailing list. So our mailing list is indicative of our subscription page. All right. So if you'd like to take a look or get a shortcut to your subscription page, you can come here and click as so. And so this is a subscription page that if you embed within your website, those contacts again will feed over into the leads tab. So we'll go into the leads tab in just a moment. If you need the custom HTML form for it, you can click there and you will have that available for your webmaster or web designer. And you can also import your email block list. If you have some email opt-ins and opt-outs that you like to import, here are the examples of that blacklist, and you can upload the file as well. Okay, let's move over to Organizations tab. All right, Organization tab, again, will function similarly to the other 2 tabs that we reviewed. I'd like to also show you another example where you can do a mail merge, print the selected template. So all of the information built in to the contact and preset by the variables that you created on your mail templates will pull over into that particular report or into that particular letter. Okay, so make sure first that you set the right variables that you like for your mail templates so that it can speak to and pull the information out of the contacts. So we're under organizations, same features, look familiar, same drop down menu as well, along with editing those custom fields if you need to. Constituents. All right, so these are the people that you're working for. If you need to add a constituent, you would come here to the Add Constituent tab, add that information in so that you can connect some of the activity that is going on for this constituent under the profile. This will not feed in any other way. You need to make sure that you create it and add your constituent. So, you know, Habitat of Humanity, if you're building a home for someone and you have those sweat equity hours, hey, you know, you want to add that constituent to that particular field. Make sure that you have the sweat equity hours listed so that as others come in through volunteering and they complete those hours, you can assign those sweat equity to that individual. And sometimes you may have constituents that may donate as well. So this is something that you would need to do manually. All right. And our leads tab. Leads tab is going to show all of our folks who may have signed up via our subscription page. You still have the same options that are available there for you at the bottom. However, you need to either convert them to an individual or an organization so that you can engage them the same way that you would with the other tabs. Okay? All right. And then we have our groups tab. All right, so let's talk about reconciliation. When we're assigning our contacts to groups, and this could happen in a number of ways. I'll show you toward the end where you can have some assigned groups for our RSVP pages as well. And so when you're doing your data mapping, even in charity settings and you're doing your data mapping, you can assign contacts to associated groups. I did show you earlier how you can create a group and do a mass update for your contacts in the groups. So let's say by accident you created, okay, and we have a good example. Okay, yes. So as you can see here, we have VIP donor. You have it lowercase, and then you have it uppercase. And this may be the same group. Well, I don't want to go in and change all 5 manually to the VIP donor. Well, there are numerous ways you can do that. You can reconcile the list simply by doing what? Typing in VIP donor here so that it matches the one there, and you can click save, and those groups will reconcile one another. Okay, just give the system one moment to finish processing. All right, let me go here. And so as you come down, now I only have that VIP donor group. That one that was in a separate is now merged with this into the other 5. So I have 6 in that group. And so if I want to take a quick look at who all is in the VIP donor group, I can come right here and query that group. Just drop down and scroll down for it, or I can type it in. VIP donor, and voila, I have all of the contacts listed in that group, which I can do what? Engage them once again using some of the same features that we already went over as well. Now, there's another way to reconcile your group. So my first caveat is to make sure that all of your groups are correct. So I know you're probably saying, "Oh, Alex, I have Karen in all of these groups, and I need to change her out, and I didn't mean to have her added into those groups, or maybe she selected to be a part of those groups." Yes, you can fix that by clicking on the contact, going to Update Selected, okay, and using that Mass Update feature. Go here to add a field, come down to the groups, and I can add her to the group, or I can overwrite the existing 4 groups that Karen is in and assign her to the group that I'd like for her to be in. And I'll just update. Okay, and voila. So we have a different group there. Let me make sure that I get to the group where I can find Karen. Let's see, I have her in just one moment because I want to show you how Karen has updated. Okay. All right, there. So Karen is no longer a part of those other 4 groups. She has been overwritten and added to the groups that I assigned. All right, so that's the way to reconcile. Take a lot of time off of your hand when it comes to groups, okay? Let's move into notes. All right, and so our notes section, you want to make sure that you're creating a note for your staff members. Maybe you have something particularly that you'd like to comment and do for a particular contact. So let's do Alex Lyons here. I want to write a note. Alex is new to the area and enjoys fishing. Okay, and if I want to tag this here so that I can search it, I would be able to add that notes for the notes section. Okay, and so this is something that is very beneficial to your staff members. They can come in and get some information on that contact or notes that you created. And so if I wanted to search by the particular tag, I can do that. Tag contains I think we did, let's see, donor. Okay, I can do the search. Okay, and then Alex will show up. All right, and that's using the basic search and the advanced search and query. And again, if I set those queries, I can save it, name it, and send it to whomever needs to see this particular note field or query. And of course, I can edit those notes and add a new contact so that I can create a note for that contact as well. All right. And so if I click on Alex lines here, all right, I can also get to all of the notes that are associated with Alex using the interaction tab. Come down and I'll be able to find some of that information for him. There we are, development in notes. Okay. All right, so I'll go through this as well. I just wanted to jump ahead just a little bit. All right, so that's notes. Let's go to relationship. So when we're thinking about relationship, we want to create relationship as it relates to our donor. So Alex is what? An employee of Bank of America, and I can see that relationship listed here on the side as I go along. Let's see what other relationships Bank of America may have there as well. Okay, so Bank of America, all of the employees would be listed. So this is the organization view of seeing the relationships versus seeing the relationships versus a individual. Okay, all of the relationships that are there. So you can come into the profile and create that relationship. You can edit the relationship once you're there, and you can delete the relationships from here. Okay, so you can search those relationships using the query. I can also come and drop down and engage and delete those selected relationships. So relationships are going to attach to the profile. All right, that's the relationship tab. Households. All right, and so, Jane Doe may have a household of 5, and you don't want to send out an individual letter to each of those individuals in the household. So you can create a household, find the head of the household, be Jane. All right, and then you can continue to add the members to that household. All right. And you can add as many as you need to the household, and the address to how it should be phrased. So that'll be Mr. and Mrs. Doe. The street address, fill out that information, click save, and you will have your household button there, or your household contact. All right. And so what is the main focus of our household? So if I wanted to send out a letter thanking Jane based off of my mail template, I would just select that contact. I can select as many as I want. I want to do 3 households. Come here and I can engage with printing out those letters assigned to that particular household. Go. And so the salutations will be there based off of the variables that I created in my mail template. Okay. All right. So I wanted to show you that household feature is great. Definitely can save you a lot of time and paper. And if I wanted to, download the results, I can do that as well in a report. All right, and lastly, let's get down to our check duplicates. All right, so sometimes I would recommend that, you come in maybe weekly or once a month to check and see if you have duplicates. And you can do that duplicate checker based off of these parameters or these fields that you'd like to check for. So I want to see, do I have any duplicates of first name, last name, and email? Click check duplicates, and I can begin to click on that contact, and I can come right back to that same merge field, that merge contact field that I showed you earlier under the individual all and individual contact. Okay, and so I have 782 that's coming up here because these are organizations, and so organizations may not have, these 782 organizations may not have a point of contact that's coming up. So if you notice, if I add organization to check for duplicates, that goes away. All right, so there are many ways you can check for duplicates, and click on the number and begin to merge those duplicates as needed. Now that we've done the fun part of going through all of the contacts, let's take a deeper dive into the profile view and show you the power of our integration, our smart integration here, or smart automation, and how it's integrated. All right, so I'm going to come to window. Let's start with window. So I could be under contacts, individual, or all. I'm just going to search for window. All right. And so if you see the green hyperlink, which you will find throughout the system, it will direct you to the profile view. So let's explore this profile here. This indicates that Window has a profile. These are his emails that are associated with it. Okay, as you can see, he has two of them there because there is a linked profile as well under Alan at Giveffect. I have all of my fields. Okay, my volunteer application information, customized field. I see all of the relationships. Does this sound familiar? I see a note here that I created specifically just for Window by clicking Edit, Edit Contact. In the note there that I have, that's going to show um, on the side view of for Window. Okay, all right. I have my updates, and now I have all of the same corresponding tabs that you see here that I can engage. It's all going to be interconnected into Windows profile. All right, so I can also, send Window a postcard from my Giveffect post office. You will design that postcard. We will print it, mail it, put the stamp and everything, do it all for you. Maybe I want to send a letter to Window. We will do that as well through our Giveffect post office. Maybe I want to just print the letters from here as well. So there are different ways to get to some of the functions within our smart automation. Of course, you have the edit to either convert them to an individual, convert them to an organization or to a lead. All right, so let's explore some of the information here that's under his profile, that one-stop shop where you can do everything. All right, so I have all of his donation. I have it in a graph view. I can see how much he did from year to date, his first transaction, the date he did it, what the amount was. I can even add a donation for Window right from this profile page. Okay. All right, add that donation. I can, select the payment type and so forth. I can go to the campaign that I have it for, and all of this information will update in real time. And I'll show you. Let's go here. All right, all of this information will update in real time. So let's do Dancing with the Stars. Let's get back to Window. If Window made a donation, let's see, his donation amount was $1,000. He did it by check. I have my deposit date, and I can fill out the rest of this information. Make sure that I auto sign his tax receipt. If you have a need to put in the tax receipt number, you can. I can issue that tax receipt to Window from here. It'll go to the email that's on file for him. I can print the letter from here as well, along with the tax receipt. And of course, I can go ahead and save it. And I can see in real time that that donation is logged. That is the power of our smart automation as well for donation. So I have the donation. I can come down and see some other donations that he made. I can preview his receipts. I can edit the donation from here. Okay. All right, give the system just a moment. All right, I can edit that donation, clone it. I can also get a quick view of the donation from here as well. Okay, also under donations, I can see his soft credits. All of his soft credits. I have it in the pie view as well. Okay, all of his soft credits is there. I can download the results for it. I can see some of his tributes. Okay, his reoccurring rules as far as his donations, his monthly draft. I can add a reoccurring rule and edit it here. Reoccurring payments that he may have. I can add a reoccurring payment there, process it. All of this can be done from the contact profile for that individual. And I can, of course, see all of Windows pledges, and I can have my corresponding widgets to show the installments. And again, I can download these results. Okay, let's take a look at the volunteering tab. I can take a look at all of Windows assignments and how many hours he's averaging, how many hours he's completed, for that volunteer that is associated with a shift. So these are all of the completed hours associated with a shift. These are all of the completed hours that he completed that was not associated with a shift per se. They're just like kind of open, ongoing, and show the check in and check out. All right. I can edit these particular fields here. I can edit these shifts and assign it. Anytime you see the indicator here, this is reoccurring, but he's not assigned to a shift. I can drop down here, add my little notes. Maybe it's for sweat equity hours for someone, and I can save. And that'll rectify that message that you're getting there. So it's letting you know it's recurring. This is all a part of our volunteer management webinar as well. I can add an assignment from here, and I can also look at his sweat equity credits. Download the results. I can email this list. Let's take a look at Windows campaigns, okay? And so Windows has participated in the campaign here. This is a campaign that Windows created. Okay, so Windows created this campaign. I can look at it. What I'd like to do is go into another profile that would show a bit more from here. So what I'll do is I'll go into Alex demo on the campaigns. All right, so this is letting me know that Alex created this campaign right here, and I can see what was his largest donation amount, average and total. This is also letting me know that these are the fundraising efforts on behalf of Alex. All right, so he's a team member here, and someone made a donation on his behalf, and this is how much he's raised so far in his average. I can look at the teams that Alex is a part of based off of those campaigns. I can see how many events Alex is RSVP for and whether he paid a registration fee or not. Okay. I can also look at Alex's tickets that he, purchased via event. Sometimes someone may call you up and say, "Oh, I lost my ticket. Could you email it to me, or could you make sure you have it for me at the door?" This is one of the many ways that you can get to it via the contact tab in that individual. So I can click on the ticket and I'll have access to it. And then of course rewards. If Alex participated in any rewards, that information would be listed here. The rewards tab is also connected here. The rewards tab is also connected to the tab here. All right, so Alex didn't participate in any rewards per se. All right, so let's go back to window. All right, let's go back to window. All right, so let's move on to our next sub-tab. Let's look at interaction. I want to take a look at all interaction that are a part of engaging window. I can look at all of that activity. I can look at the emails that were sent, whether they were opened, delivered, whether he unsubscribed, whether they were bounced or rejected. I can look at all of the letters that were sent to window and what they were. All of the phone calls that were made out to window, text messages, meetings that we had with window, any other logged activity. I can do that, and I can add those activities via the button there. Okay, and so be on the lookout for the future. In the future, can't get my words out today. We will be providing a service where you can email and text your donor right from the Giveffect system, and it will log here as so. I can look at any web forms that window may have filled out. So what I'll do is I'll come out of window and I will go to Alex because I'm sure he filled out some web forms. So I'll go back into Alex. Let's click here. Okay. So any web forms or any participation forms that Alex filled out will also show here. So you can build your forms from there, from the template. And so Alex actually filled out this participation form for this campaign. If there's a form attached to a team event or web form or donor, all of that information will be submitted and shown here. I can see the different types of household that Alex is a part of. I'll go back into window because window will have some information because he is our test account. I can see that Windows is a part of 88 households. Of course, he's a test account. I have all of that information. It looks very familiar to the tabs that we went through, and I just want to show you how integrated it is. And you can add the household from there. Of course, download the results as well. Development. Okay, so if you're engaging window and you have the assigned task, you can look at it here. All of the notes that were created, the notes and the tasks as it relates to Windows as well. Opportunities. Tab that is here for window. You can also find that there in the development. And so let me come out. Let me go to the opportunities tab. So as you're engaging Wendell here through the different types of opportunity, maybe you're just identifying him, he's in the qualification stage or so forth, all of that information will show under the development tab for Wendell. Okay, and you can also see all of the changes that were made to Wendell's contact profile. Here we have a change history. Now with our wealth screening, this wealth screening will provide an overview so that you can engage Wendell and see, hey, when was his largest gift, and who did he make it to? What was it for? Was it political, real estate, securities, or others? And this information, the wealth screening, you can use it using Donor Search API key instead of purchasing credits through Giveffect. You just connect your Donor Search API key, and you'll be able to pull this information about Wendell. Okay, so to enable that wealth screening, all you need to do is create your account on Donor Search and enter your API key via charity settings and wealth screening. Okay, and all of that information will be integrated into Wendell's profile. Okay, all right, let me get back to Wendell there. So you can see this will save you a lot of time and energy. If you're new to the system and you're ever wondering where things are, this is one of your safety nets. You can always just come to the profile and find some of the information while you're still taking the time to learn the system and the different tabs. All right, so that's wealth screening. And then, of course, if you're using resources, say you have rooms in your organization that you're blocking off that others can reserve, those resources would also list here under Wendell's profile. Okay, so that concludes the CRM contact database CRM management and how our smart automation is integrated into those contact profiles. What I'd like to do is show you another example as to if someone was to RSVP for an event where they would still be able to get into, or be, not get into rather, but they will still be pushed into your CRM database via the data mapping that you created for your campaign. So let's go to campaigns here. Let's go to RSVP. So you've created your campaign here already. You can go down to more in settings. All right, and then you want to go to data mapping so that anyone that RSVPs, that means they're just showing up. They're not paying any money, so they're not in the donation base side. They're just participating. This could be a potential donor for you. They will be mapped to that particular group that you assign. All right, so if I click update, I come here, I register for this Inspire Lunching and fill out the form. Okay, I fill out the form. Let's go back here. When I come back into contacts, I will find that individual a part of that 2017 group or that board member group, and they will be a part of that Inspire Luncheon where I can just simply get to them from here. Okay, so all of that will integrate into the system. So that's just a secondary option that I'd like to show you. Okay, folks, well, I want to thank you for tuning in today. Don't forget to be on the lookout for our Giveffect newsletter. You'll have access to some supplementary webinar materials, pro tips, new feature updates, and more. So definitely check that out and check your inbox. You don't want to miss that information. I want to encourage you to make sure that you sign up for the Giveffect Studio Group via Facebook, and also know that you can always leave us feedback via the Giveffect feedback page. That's giveffect.com/feedback. If you're ever in need of assistance, you can always contact chat support or send us an email via support@giveffect.com. I want to encourage you to make sure that you check out our video tutorial section. The highlight for this webinar would be the CRM database. Well, I wish you the best. I thank you for your patience, and I thank you for tuning in. I hope this was helpful for you. Until then, I wish you the very best for the new week ahead, and I will take your questions at this time.